So we are now in our part 2. We'll be solving problems about ellipse. Okay, so let us try to solve example 1. So example 1, find the equation of the ellipse with foci at 4, -2 and 10, -2 and vertex at 12, -2. So this vertex is one of the four vertices that will be presented on the ellipse. Okay, so we'll try to graph the given, guys. So in here, so I made a Cartesian plane. So that Cartesian plane, so we have this foci here. First given foci, which is 4, -2. Then second is 10, -2. Then 12, -2. Okay, so with the given, guys, we can assume that the ellipse is presented in this way, right? So that is elongated with respect to the x-axis. Okay, so with the given foci here, with the given f1 and with the given f2 here. Okay, so recall, guys, since we have this foci, recall that the distance between foci is equal to 2c. Okay, so that is the distance between foci. But the distance between the center and the foci is equal to c, right? So you have that c distance, the point O. We will denote the center as point O. Then we have the c distance as well. Okay. So the center will be located in between. In between the foci. Okay. So I think the center is in here. Okay. So the center is in here. Okay. So or C, or we could make it in an equation that 2c is equal to, so we have this x-axis 10, so we have that 10, then this 4, okay, so plus 4, okay, or I think minus 4, okay. Okay, so C is minus 4. So we have C, so that is equal to 6. So divide 2, so that is 3. Okay, so that will be the value for C. So I think this center here, okay, this center is 7, -2. Okay, so with respect to this, so C is 3. Right, so this is C. So center. Then also this is C, distance. Okay, so we have the center for our ellipse now. So from this center to the vertex, so since that is elongated in this manner, so what we can get here is A, okay, the major axis. Okay, so we have that A distance. So from the center to the vertex, so A distance, so A is equal to 12. Okay, so this 12 here minus 7 or 5. Okay, actually, guys, we can do direct counting. Okay, so we have, so if this is the center, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, then 5. Okay, so we could get the value of A. The same with C, we could do direct counting as well. If we all know that the distance between foci is 2c, so we have f1, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so 6, so that is 2c, then divided by 2 to get the value of c, so that is 3. Okay, so to get the value of b, so we have this a squared is equal to b squared plus c squared. Okay, so a squared is equal to b squared, then plus c squared, so therefore b is equal to 4. Okay, so those are the values, okay, our a, b, and and C. So I think we could already get the equation now, since we have the center, then we have the necessary values for A and B already. Okay, so if this is the orientation of our ellipse, then we'll be using this equation 3 here. Okay, the same with this. Okay, so we have x minus h squared over a squared plus y minus k squared over b squared is equal to 1. Okay, so substitute the value of h and k. So x minus, so this is our h, so 7, okay, squared, then over a, so 5, so we have 5 squared, then plus y negative 2, so this will become positive 2 squared, then b is 4 squared is equal to 1. Okay, so we will cross multiply it. So what will happen now is, so 4 squared is 16, right? So that is 16, then x minus 7 squared, then plus 25 squared, 5 squared is equal to 25, then y plus 2 squared, then over, so multiply the denominator, so 25 times 16, or we will do this here. Okay, that's, so 16 times 25 is equal to 1. Okay, so cross multiplication. Wow. So cross multiply, so 16, then expand, guys, expand this equation. So we have x squared minus 14x plus 49. Okay, then plus 25, then y squared plus 4y plus 4 is equal to 400. Okay, 400 is 16 times 25. So what you will do is distribute. Okay, so distribute, guys. So distribute. Okay, so in distributing the equation, so we will get the equation which is equal to 16x squared plus 25y squared, so minus 224x. Okay, so 16 times negative 14 is negative 224x, then plus 100y, okay, that is 25 times 4y, then plus 484 is equal to 0. Okay, so this constant here is from 16 plus 49, then plus 25 times 4, then minus 400. Okay, so this will be the equation of our ellipse. Okay, so that is for example 1. Okay. So next, for example 2, so we are tasked to determine the coordinates of the foci of the ellipse whose equation is 25 plus 16y squared minus 150x plus 128y plus 81 is equal to 0. Okay, so we'll try to solve it. Okay, so example 2. Okay, example 2, so we have 25x squared plus 16y squared minus 150x plus 128y, then plus 81 is equal to 0. Okay, so what we will do now is we will transform this general equation into standard equation. So again, what we will do is we'll do a completing the square. Okay, so in order to do the completing the square, so what we will do is gather all the terms with x and also with y. Okay, so that is 25 x squared minus 150x, then plus 16y squared, then plus 128y. Then transpose the constant into the right side, so negative 81. Okay, so factor out 25 for x. So 25, then x squared, then I think this is minus 6x. Okay, minus 6x, then plus 16 y squared, then plus 8y is equal to negative 81. Okay, so we have to factor out, okay, for us to completing the square method. Okay, so again, for the completing the square, what we'll do is this negative 6, so divided by 2, so that will be equal to negative 3. Then we'll do squared, so that is equal to 9. So the same with that, so we have 8 divided by 2, so we have 4. And squared that, so that will be equal to 16. Okay, so these values will be added to the terms in x and also in y. So the equation will look like this. So 25 x squared minus 6x, then 9. Okay, so plus 9, then plus 16, then y squared plus 8y, then the 16, so plus 16. So this is equal to negative 81, then plus, so we will add the 25. Okay, 25 times 9. Okay, so that will be the equation. Okay, that's 4x, then also plus 16 and times 16. Okay, so now, so we will simplify it. So you have 25, then this will be factored out into x minus 3 squared. Okay, so plus 16, then y plus 4 squared is equal to, this will be equal to 400. Okay, so 400. So we will divide all the equations to 400. Okay, so that this right hand term here will be equal to 1. So we could get x minus 3 squared, then over 16, then plus we have y plus 4 squared over 25, which is equal to 1. Okay, so we have this equation now, or we could also rewrite this into x minus 3 squared, then 16 is 4 squared, right? Then plus y plus 4 squared is equal to, over 5 squared is equal to 1. Okay, so this is now the standard equation of our ellipse. So as we can see that a is equal to 5, because take note that a should be greater than b and c. So this will be our a, then our b is 4. Okay, so therefore our c is equal to, so that is a squared is equal to b squared plus c squared. So this is equal to 3. Okay, so try to substitute here. Okay, so 5 squared, then 4 squared plus c squared. So what we get here is 3. Okay, so from the standard equation, x minus h squared over b squared, plus we have this y minus k squared over a squared is equal to 1. Okay, so a is So the major axis is within y. Okay, so if we recall, so that equation is the same with 4. Okay, so elongated with respect to y. Okay, so elongated with respect to y. So our equation now will look like this. So h here is 3, then k is negative 4. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, then 1, 2, 3, 4. So this will be the center. Okay, so expected here that our ellipse is elongated with respect to y-axis, right? Okay, so that is x and y. So if this is the center, then the foci will be located in these directions. Okay, so upper and the lower portion. Okay, so then take note, guys, that the distance between the center into your foci is equal to c. Okay, so our center is 3, negative 4. Okay, so we will do a direct counting. So 1, okay, so 2, then we have this 3 here. Okay, so this will be our f1. So the equation, the coordinates of f1 is 3, negative 1. Then at the lower portion, we also count 3. Okay, so 1, then 2, then 3. So that is f2. So that is 3, negative 7. Okay, so therefore the coordinates of our foci is f1 3, negative 1, then f2 is 3, negative 7. Okay, so that's all for example 1 and 2. So